World Heart Day. Hello and welcome back to my take. I'm Saddam Hussain. Today is World Heart Day. Probably you heard about Mother's Day. I'm sure you must have celebrated with your mom or mother. Father's Day and Valentine's Day. But probably you never heard Heart Day. Remember and note it down. Every year, 29th October is celebrated as Heart Day. Well, there are so many days: Father's Day, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, Rose Day. Well, there are so many. Yoga Day is also there. Heart Day. Very few people know it, though heart is a very important and most important organ of your body. So today is Heart Day. Heart Day is very important. You know why? Because without a healthy heart, you can't even celebrate Valentine's Day. That's why Heart Day is very important. How to maintain your heart, how to have a healthy heart, how to have a good heart. Before we discuss what you should be doing, what kind of lifestyle you should have, let me tell you my own experience with heart. Angina or heart problem or heart disease or cardiovascular disease or heart attack. What happened? I'm 70 years old. I spent over 40 years in the capital city of India, Delhi, with a very active life. Well, I get up at 5 o'clock and hit gym. I do, even at this age, cardiovascular exercises in gym and also weight lift and also weight training without any strain or without any pain or strain or difficulty now also. It has been there regular. It has been my regular habit for the last 40 years. A couple of months back, when I used to walk down to the gym, I used to have pain in my heart. I never realized it was a heart pain or angina. I thought it was a kind of muscle pull or spasm in your muscles. I never thought that I would get heart pain or heart attack because I was so active. I've been hearing throughout my life that only bad people get heart attack, who are chain smokers, who drink and who eat red meat and who lead a sedentary life without any physical activities. Well, I'm away from all this. Well, I was having an active life. Well, I used to go to gym. That was every day. And I had a very active life. Never a sedentary life. I was quite active. And I was a teetotaler. That means I never used to drink, smoke, and no sedentary life. That's why I was so confident. I was overconfident rather. I thought I would never get the heart disease. I'd never get a heart attack. When I started getting pain, when I walked down to the gym, I just ignored it, thinking maybe it will go on its own. But it continued quite for some time. When I go to the gym, I sit inside for 5-10 minutes and relax. It used to vanish. And then, believe me or not, I used to do all kinds of exercises, weight training and other cardio exercises. Nothing happened. Then when I come back, my gym used to be on the second floor. I get down to the second floor, walk down. In fact, there was no lift there. Again, when I walked down home, I used to have pain again in my heart. But still I ignored it, thinking it was nothing. Well, then my wife forced me to go to a cardiologist. Then we rushed to Bangalore and met a cardiologist in what's the name of the hospital? That is Manipal Hospital, Whitefield in Bangalore. One of the best hospitals in Bangalore. We went, a cardiologist, and went in for angiography. Well, it came as a shock to me that 2-3 of my arteries were completely blocked. If I precisely 99.9% blockage was there. Well, the doctor simply said maybe it is because of hereditary, or maybe because of genetic. Maybe that is one of the reasons, or because we know that Delhi is the most polluted city in the world itself. When I spent long time, 40 years in Delhi, that might be one of the reasons, because the other bad habits which lead to heart attack or angina, I never had it. So the cardiologist recommended me to go in for bypass surgery, that to triple bypass surgery as soon as I can, immediately, because the situation was so grave. 3 of the arteries were blocked, and I consulted one of the best cardiologists in the hospital, that is Dr. Arun Viram Reddy. So later he became a good friend of mine. He's a wonderful doctor. He's more of a friend than a doctor, and he helped me with the surgery, and he gave me a new life. And I stayed in the hospital maybe for a couple of weeks, and the doctor was always there like a shadow with me, and that gave me a lot of confidence. So my take here before we go to the actual video is, number one, never be overconfident that it will never happen to you because you are having a very active life. Whenever you have, number two, with my experience, practical experience, I'll tell you, whenever you have pain in your arm, right or left arm, when walking, if you're walking and you have pain in your left or right arms, definitely consult a cardiologist. Number three, whenever you have pain in your throat, consult a cardiologist. When walking, especially I'm talking about when you're walking. And whenever you have pain in your jaw, definitely consult a cardiologist. Or whenever you have pain in your back, shoulders, especially in your throat, well, definitely consult a cardiologist. Never ignore all these symptoms. Just because you are very active, you are having an active life, it doesn't mean that you won't be affected by this. If I tell you frankly, these days, more than 50% of the heart attack or heart cases is happening with the young generation who are less than 40 years old. Now we'll be discussing about what exactly is heart attack and what kind of lifestyle you should have. According to World Health Organization, WHO, heart diseases are the leading cause of deaths in Southeast Asia. Heart diseases kill 8 people every minute in Southeast Asia. Very disturbing number. 8 people die because of heart attacks every minute, especially in Southeast Asia. World Health Day is observed every year on September 29th to raise awareness about heart diseases and the importance of early detection to save and improve more lives. The theme this year is Don't Miss a Beat. Don't miss a beat. Every minute, 8 people die due to cardiovascular diseases in the WHO, that's World Health Organization, Southeast Asia region. CVDs, that is coronary vascular disease, are leading cause of death in the region. half of them premature in people below 70 years of age. Major risk factors for cardiovascular diseases include hypertension, diabetes, tobacco use, alcohol consumption, unhealthy diets high in salt and fats, and physical inactivity. In a country where more than half the population is under the age of 35, India should ideally be seen as a land of vitality, vigor, and youthful promise. Yet, the reality is quite discerning, that is, quite dangerous. Cardiovascular diseases, once considered to be primarily an old age related affliction, are now increasingly affecting the young generations. The metaphor, you remember this? Young at heart, that we would often use to compliment the middle aged or elderly for their youthfulness and energy, is no longer just an expression, it has taken on a serious health connotation. In recent years, more and more of fit young Indians in the age group of 20 to 40 are experiencing fatal heart attacks. According to some data, 50% of heart attack patients to be under 40 years. The convenience of modern life, long working hours, sedentary routines, and dietary compromises are responsible for the epidemic. For young India, taking care of your heart today, regardless with your age, whether you are 18 or 80, there is decline in the mean age group of cardiology patients. Lifestyle has taken over from genetics in contributing to this trend. Earlier, it was accepted that genetics plays an important role in patients having heart attacks. Well, earlier, people used to believe that heart attacks, the main reason, the cause of heart attacks was genetics. That's exactly what the doctor told me also, because I do not have any of the bad habits that may cause heart attack or angina. They put the entire blame on genetics. Well, earlier they used to believe that 70% of the cases of heart attacks or heart pain or angina was because of genetics. But now the trend has changed. Now it has changed. Because number one, the young generation now, I told you, most of the population in India are below 35 years. These are the people who are vulnerable. These are the people who are having most of the heart attack cases. You know, the reasons I mentioned already. Number one, because of sedentary life. Number two, because of obesity. Number three, because of bad lifestyle, no physical activity, eating too much of salt, eating too much of fat, and no proper routine, awake late in the night or working late in the night or going attending parties, and hypertension. That's one of the major reasons for heart attacks. Tension. So these are some of the reasons for heart attack. So my take here is, I told you in the beginning, so just because you are young and handsome, you are energetic, you have vigor, you have lot of youthfulness, and you are quite young, you are less than 40 years old, maybe you are 20 years old or 25, 30 years old, and maybe you don't have any of these bad habits, but still don't be overconfident. Whenever you have any kind of symptoms, there is nothing wrong in consulting the cardiologist and going in for angiography, where you are detected, or going for treadmill test and other tests they have, where the cardiologist will put you to test and detect. Well, that's about heart, right? So we're not putting the we are not pressing the panic button. We are not scaring you. We are not scaring you so that you don't celebrate your life. What we are saying is you just have one life. If you want to celebrate your life, you should be careful. Avoid all kinds of bad habits such as smoking, drinking alcohol, or sedentary life, or too much of tension or stress. We wish you all the best. We wish you a very healthy heart. Till we meet next time, goodbye. Thank you so much for your trust and time. Don't forget to subscribe, share and like our videos. Goodbye guys. Bye-bye. Once again, happy Heart Day, 29th October. Bye.